All right, guys, today you're going to do a little bit of a random kind of section. I want to make sure we're good at graphing, so I'm going to give you about 12 of these where you have to say the equation of the line. Now, for all of these, let's see, am I thinking? No, it's not up. Okay, for all of these, remember that you're going to say for the equation, the easiest is called slope-intercept form, which is y equals an x term. We don't know what the x term is yet. And a number term. We don't know what the number term is. So normally we'd put like, an x term and a number term. That's all you have to tell me is an x term and a number term. All you have to remember is that the x term is the slope and the number term is our y-intercept or our cheat code where we start. That's all you have to tell me. Y equals x term and a number term. All right, so we're going to look at our graph. And down at the graph, I see that if I was going to draw this graph, I'll draw it over here because I can't do anything on the graph over there. I see that the graph starts at 2, right? It hits the graph up at 2. So I know my first thing that I know automatically is it hits the y-intercept at +2. So I'm done with my number term. I'm done. Okay, so when I look at the points, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like the next point is right here. So to get from this point right here to this point right here, I have to go down 1. So that's -1, right? That's a direction. And forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down 1, but forward 6. So a negative and a positive is a negative, so I get -1/6. All right, so that's my x term, -1/6, and I'm done. That's it, if you can do slope. Now, if you remember, this line, I'll draw it in red, goes down to the right. Remember, cranky Mr. Scholl is down over here with his, he's buff, big arms. So if a line points down to cranky Mr. Scholl, then it's a negative slope. If a line points up to the top of our classroom, where the positive symbol, the American flag is up there, then it's a positive line. So just think of our classroom, if you're ever wondering if you got the negative or positive right. All right, let's do one more of those. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see if I can erase. Okay, so I'm going to erase that and that. That was horrible, but okay. Let's make it smaller. Okay. Y equals, I need an x term. Don't forget the x. And I need a number term. That's it. That's all I need. So I'll find the slope first this time. It looks like if I go from that point to that point, it goes up 1. So +1 on top, it goes up 1, right? It goes up 1, and then it goes over 2. Up 1, forward 2. So it looks like my number term, or my x term, the slope, is 1/2. And also, this one's easy it's right there at +4, right? That's where it hits the graph. +4. I'm done. Y equals 1/2 x plus 4. All right, so you got a few of those. Let's see. What else did I want to have you guys do? Okay, now I'm going to do something else that's random, kind of a step back, but I just want to make sure you guys can do it. Let's see. One-step multiplication with, nope, that's not right. There we go. Multiplying and dividing fractions. That's really easy, right? 1/2 times 1/6. Multiplication is so easy. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 6 is 12. It's 1/12. That's great. I know you guys can do that. We're not doing that. We're going to do a little bit of adding and subtraction. So a little bit harder. Adding and subtracting. Okay. 12/19 plus 9/19. If adding and subtracting, we need the same denominator. It's like adding coins together. If we have 2 dimes plus 3 dimes, we have 5 dimes. That's kind of like fractions. Fractions are kind of like coins. Like when you add or subtract them, you just have to have the same bottom. We can't add a quarter. We can't add a quarter and 1 dime. That's the sloppiest writing in the world. And get 2 quarter dimes. That's not a thing, right? Wow, I'm holding my pen really well. Weird. Okay, so for adding and subtracting, we need the same bottom number. So this would just be 12 plus 9 equals 21/19. And that would be our final answer. Okay, you're like, that's really, really easy. Okay, what happens when it's not? Let's see a new problem. Okay, 6/5 plus 7/8. This is why you have to be so good at your multiplication. You have to think, okay, do 8 and 5 are not the same number? How do I turn them in the same number? Well, they both go into 40. So if I say, okay, 6/5, I'm going to take everything in 6/5 and multiply it times 8 because I know it goes, and so let's multiply the top by 8. It's like I'm unreducing it. And 6/5 can become 48/40. It's like I'm reverse reducing it. So I can have the bottom be 40. And I know 8s can be 40s too if I just multiply by 5 and multiply by 5. So 7/8 is really 35/40. So check that out. Just by unreducing both of them and thinking of a number that 5 and 8 have in common, I know they both have 40 in common, then I can make them each bigger as long as I do the top and the bottom the same, and I get plus 35/40. And now I can say 35 plus 48 is 83/40. And I'm done. So let's see. 83 divided by 40ths. Enter or submit. And there we go. Yeah, you see how like there's all the things that 5 can go, the multiples of 5 can 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And 8 goes 8, 16, 30, 24, 32, 40. So they shared 40. So we're both going to have to turn them into 40ths. We're unreducing. So you have to be good at your multiplication. Let's see if we can do another one. New problem. Okay, let's see. 9/4 plus 9/16. Okay, well, I know 4. I need the bottom numbers to be the same. I don't even care what the top numbers are. I know 4 goes into 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. So this first fraction, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom. I have to multiply them by the same number because that keeps it equal. So I'm going to unreduce it by 4. I'm going to say 9 times 4 is 36, and 4 times 4 is 16. So if I unreduce 9/4, I can turn it into 36/16. And the reason why I do that is because it can add with 9/16. And now I can just add the tops and get 45/16. Let's see. 45 divided by 16. Enter. Submit. Sweet. All right, I'll do another one. New problem. 1/3 plus 4/7. Let's say I don't know my multiplication facts. I can go like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Oh, wait, 21. 7, 14, 21. Okay, they both share 21. So if I multiply the 1/3, both of these by 7, I get to 21. So I get 3 times 7 is 21 on the bottom, and that's what I want. And 7 times 1 on the top is 7. And over here, the 4, I can multiply it by 3 and 3, and I get plus 12 and 21 equals 19/21. So is it kind of a pain in the butt? Kind of, yeah. This is called, you got to find the least common denominator. Or is it greatest common factor? No, least common denominator. Let's see. So is it kind of a pain in the butt? Yeah, but we're going to actually start doing these in some of the algebra problems, so I need you to get some practice on it. So I'm going to give you 15 of these style problems where you have to make the bottoms the same number. Now, it doesn't matter what you multiply, but if you have to multiply everything in this column by the same number, and this column you can multiply by a different number, but it has to be the same on top and bottom. Let's do one more. 12/11 plus 3/5. Well, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. 5 goes into 55. So I'm going to say 11 times 5 is 55. So I'll multiply the top by 5 as well. And then plus 5 times 11 is 55. So 3 times 11 I need to do also. And this is 60 over 55 plus 33/55 equals 93/55. And that's what it is. Let's see, 93/55. Done. All right, so kind of boring. So I want to make sure that you guys can graph, and I want to see some adding fractions practice. And that's it for today. I'm going to give you kind of a lot of problems. I'm going to give you about 30 problems so you can start right away, get it done for homework, and good luck.